Guys, the next story up that was pretty big was Quibi. Now, you may not be aware of Quibi, but if you listen to this podcast and you're an avid listener, I discussed Quibi when I first heard about them. For those of you all who are not familiar, they were, and I'll get into that in a second, a short form streaming platform that generated content for viewing on your mobile devices. Now, this company was founded in 2018 and they launched April 6th of this year, 2020. But basically what happened this year is Quibi failed. They launched again, like I said, in 2000, April 6th of 2020 of this year, and the platform will officially shut down did shut down December 1st of this year. I don't think I was surprised by this. And the only reason why I wasn't surprised, before I get into why I wasn't surprised that this happened, I do want to mention that $1.75 billion was invested into this company. So this is kind of why, back to the Black Lives Matter kind of thing and the money, and there's money out here, people. Trust and believe. You know that with the stimulus checks and how they're creating money out of thin air. I digress. But no, the 1.75 billion dollars that investors had for this particular platform. And the only show that I personally knew about that I can tell you about was they redid Punk'd with Chance the Rapper. And that's something I grew up on with Ashton Kutcher back in my day. No, but Punk'd, that's the only show that I knew about. Was I interested in Quibi? No. And the reason why I was never interested in Quibi was because prior to me talking about it, I never saw a commercial for Quibi. I think I saw one maybe once, but I don't have cable, as you know, from watching or listening to this podcast, now watching, I stream everything. So if I don't see a commercial regarding that, if I don't see, advertisements outside walking, maybe in I don't even take the metro. I drive to work. So there's not a lot of time for me to see ads and commercials besides being on YouTube or streaming anything there. So if it's not, I didn't see any commercials for this at all. So am I surprised that this happened? No. Quibi banked on celebrity to kind of get this going. And even in that aspect, they had a lot of big stars. I know Idris Elba was one of them, Chrissy Teigen. I didn't see any of them talk about it, or it may have not been in their contracts to do it, but nothing. And then the fact that it was a digital platform, it wasn't something that you could stream on your television like we can with YouTube. You can just flick it and, screen it there or do those kind of things. It just, from my understanding, it just wasn't flexible enough. As well as the quarantine happened. So this particular platform was solely supposed to be or banked on the fact that you are on the go. This is short form content. And do I think it was a good idea in theory? Yeah, sure. On the go content, you can, watch that. But with that being said, you're also competing with platforms that have already been doing this, where you have HBO Max. I can look at that on my phone. You have YouTube. I can look at that on my phone. Like, why do I want to invest my time and energy to look at another platform when I have all these other, streaming platforms that I have to have on my phone to look at? With, the quarantine and everything happening, no one's commuting anywhere. No one's going anywhere. Everyone's at home. So if you're stuck at home with this app on your phone and you still can't flick it and screen, the content that's there. Again, check out Cold Fusion's YouTube on that. I'll post the link of his particular breakdown on this below. It's really dope. I'm not surprised at this. Please let me know in the comments below. Have you heard about Quibi? Is that something that you even know about?